Live is the place to be for quality broadcast for you to see. They deliver prime coverage like Amazon. No matter what day of the week you see them on, you don't need to double check. The truth is clearer than air. Treat it like a viral video and share. There's no comparison, no equal to mention. You can see for yourself, let it have your attention. From the beginning you'll see what you would have hated to miss, and the recapable moment. So keep dropping the hits. Turn up the volume, grab your favorite seat. So sit back right now and enjoy what's on screen. 58 live in the building. Best crew out there filming. 58 live in the building. Best crew out there filming. 58 Live is the best in the business. Check out our live cast. You could be a witness. Whether swing of the bat or a strikeout at home plate, no missing the action. There ain't no way. The commentary keep you valiant through laughs and analysis of the competition, posting offline statuses. 58 Live touches down, it's a score. In the red zone, tack on 7 more. You know it's a slam dunk, it's a shooting the score. You know the outcome, no defender can stop what's in store. 58 Live at the helm is the best in. 58 Live at the helm is the best in. 58 Live in the building. Best crew out there filming. 58 Live in the building. Best crew out there filming.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Charlotte, North Carolina. Glad to have everybody with us here on the Spring Sunshine Bowl, bringing in our announcer for the day, Craig Chapman. How you doing, sir?
Man, how's it going today?
All right, buddy, I'm doing good, man. Good, nice. Looks like the sun's trying to come out, but it's not tomorrow, so we'll have to bet our bottom dollar for something else at this point. So talk to me a little bit about keys of the game right now. You were able to see 3 games yesterday, but we're really having a moment really before we talk about these two teams and what they bring to this National Bowl game, 2A National Bowl game. Talk to me a little bit about keys of the game.
Yeah, I mean, right now, after watching 3 games yesterday, I would say that when you're looking at this, number one, start fast. We've seen opening touchdowns on 2 of the 3 drives. And, also the underlying theme of everything yesterday was turnovers. I mean, we had a ton of turnovers yesterday. Most of them weren't on the center quarterback exchange, but we always talk about that because it's going to be important. Penalties, there were a ton of penalties yesterday, so you got to limit penalties. I think that, the teams today that have the least amount of penalties, turnovers, and can finish drives, because we saw a bunch of drives inside the 5 yesterday that ended up in no points.
Definitely so. And I always think that something that we always pay attention to, and we were amazed yesterday with some of the special teams.
Yes, there were some interesting special teams and some horrible special teams.
Right, yeah. I mean, and they definitely can make or break. They are part of the game where they can really open up that part. When you talked about turnovers, that was a key thing. We'll have a chance to recap the majority of these games. But for those people that didn't have a chance to join us yesterday, talk to me a little bit about these 3 games that you saw here at Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah, man, Electric City came out. They jumped on the Predators, and they were up at one point in time 22-6. And then it got kind of interesting. The game got to 22-14. Electric City was able to score to make it 30-14, and then the Predators came back, hit a long touchdown pass, but they were 1 for 5 inside the 20 in scoring chances. So if they cash in anything early in the game, that's probably a little bit different score, but give Electric City credit. They made the plays when they needed to. The second game, there's your stats for Electric City. See, 372 yards, but the 4 turnovers to 2 is a big deal, and it has been this entire weekend. But Electric City was one of the few teams that we saw run the football, and they had a stable of running backs that could go and get it. In the second game, you had the Fayetteville Commandos versus the D.C. Woodland Tigers. D.C. wins a game where they have 5 turnovers. They rush for negative 20 yards, and they they had a one-handed interception that was ripped out of their guy's hand in the end zone and recovered for a touchdown. I still have never seen that in anything in a game I've personally been in, but, it was an outstanding game. Went to overtime. D.C. Woodland was trailing 20-14 with 10 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. They scored late to tie it, then blew a chance to win it in regulation by fumbling at the 2. Fayetteville blew a chance to win it in overtime by picking up a fumble and running at 100 yards for a touchdown, but they were offsides on the play. So, just an outstanding game, and we've got a long way to go today to top some of these games, but nothing, and I mean nothing.
When you walk in and you start talking about that to begin with, I don't think we can top this. Go ahead, man.
All right, so look.
Yeah.
42-40. We've made this joke.
Yes.
How long have I been calling games with you? That's 6 or 7 years?
Easily, yeah.
We've said we want a 50-48 game, a 49-47 game, and we don't normally get those. We've maybe had 1 or 2 similar games like this, but nothing where there was a 2-point conversion with 39 seconds left to tie the game. And then we had an onside kick that had a real possibility of being recovered. But if you look at Southwest Florida, the Gladiators, they threw for 466 yards. They went for almost 500 yards. They rushed for 83, so they won total offense easily. But if the bottom of the screen, the 2 turnovers killed them. They turned it over twice. Both of those turnovers led to points, and that's the difference in the game right there.
Yeah, definitely. So, your reaction for this being a 3A national championship game, it definitely held itself up to it.
Absolutely.
Hands down.
I mean, Brooklyn, you got to give Brooklyn credit. Butch said it last night before the game even started. He said, and his quote was, there better be a lot more guys than we see in this picture on that sideline, or they're going to be struggling.
And you thought it was going to be a track meet there for a second.
Well, it was a track meet, but Brooklyn came out, and they're up, bam, bam, it's 14-0. And then Rico Holmes gets an 80-yard touchdown pass, and, man, it was on from that point on. It was an amazing game. We haven't had too many of them. I think maybe one time in Tennessee we had a game like this. But,
right.
But that was fun to watch. There were so many twists and turns, and you thought the game was over, and then, Brooklyn had a 2-touchdown, a 16-point lead with 6 minutes to go. And then with 39 seconds, we're looking at a tie. So it was amazing.
Definitely. So we got 2 games on the docket today. We got a 2:00 kickoff. Hopefully that'll happen. As we always wonder, the pause in the game. My guess, it's dealing with zebras.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there are any.
Definitely no. We have Warriors and Stallions, but no zebras at this point. So that's what's going to be pausing this for a second, trying to get this part situated and moving on. So if you're sitting there waiting for the game, and then we also have a great game this evening, 5:00 kickoff, the 2A American Football News Team National. Our news, did I say team or was it? I said that.
You said AFNT.
AFNT. Yeah. Great. National Championship. Going to be a lot of fun. The Phoenix Outlaws. I think Brooklyn is like, hey, we drove the furthest, and then Phoenix said, hold my beer, and said, let's go from Phoenix, playing against the Carolina Raiders. So going to be a lot of fun. Glad to have everybody with us here on Score 58. Make sure that you click on the link. We will go away. We're live right now on the Sunshine Bowl Facebook, but that will go away once this game gets on its way. But it's always nice to have a chance to look in and see if this is something you're interested in watching here at Rocky River High School in Charlotte, North Carolina.
That's a great name for a high school, too.
Buddy, and it got those 2 big old R's right there.
Rocky River Ravens. How you like that?
Man.
A little alliteration for your Sunday.
Yes. That's a lot of R's, man. A lot of R's.
Hey, look, can we take 1 second and just talk about this Raiders logo down at the 5 p.m. game?
Yeah, how do you like that?
I thought that was awesome. I started looking at it yesterday because I didn't pay attention. I saw the shield and the Raiders and thought, nah, they went the old school. And then I noticed they were pulling the face off. I was like, now that's pretty tough right there.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad at all on this part. What I'll do here, so those individuals can see it a little bit bigger, we'll take this away here and bring it up on the screen so you can really get a good chance to look at it. It's always fun when you have an opportunity to say, hey, messing with logos.
There it
and
is.
definitely enjoyable. They said, hey, we're not going to mimic anybody. We're just going to do our own thing.
That's pretty good, man. That's a pretty good idea right there. Whoever figured that out, that's pretty slick.
Yeah, that's not bad at all on that part. So we got 2 great matchups here. Glad to have you with us. We're going to sit tight. No need to talk your ears off. We'll get things started here shortly. I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman, our whole crew of Score 58 down on the ground at Rocky River. I'm glad to have you with us here in the studio as well. Take care. We'll be right back. All right, getting ready for the good old-fashioned coin toss. Craig, talk to me a little bit about this, man. Being the second game, everybody got to sit if they decided to come in yesterday. That waiting to play, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Weather seems to be okay. What's the weather looking like right now, Maya? Do we have a update on it temperature-wise? See what it kind of looks like, playing on an AstroTurf field. Where do you think that plays into any of this right now, Craig?
It's going to be one of those things where as the afternoon goes on, the field is going to get, hotter. I don't know what the air temperature is right now, but playing on that plastic grass, it does a number on your feet, man. And it's kind of one of those things where because of the way they construct it and they put all that, the crushed rubber into the turf, it just radiates heat. It's already 87 degrees, which means it's hotter than it was at any point in time yesterday.
Right. Definitely so that on that part. We've had some down here in Atlanta, definitely nice humidity of rain, to say the least on that part.
Yeah, we got liquid sunshine all over the place down here.
Definitely. So, right now we're going to have two teams facing off. The Florida Warriors are going to be in blue. The Upper Marlboro Stallions will be in a dark gray, if I'm not mistaken. Yep.
Yeah.
Light gray.
Well, I mean, it's gray.
Yeah. But red numbers, that's good, and white numbers with the Warriors. So, other than that, Craig, I'm going to let you take it away. I'm going to reserve my voice throughout the day, to make sure I can at least take you in and out as we go. Everybody sit back and enjoy yourselves. We'll get to see the first series here live on Facebook, and then it'll go off. So don't get too upset when you see that bye song kick in there.
Waiting on that one.
It'll kick in, no worries. All right, take care, Craig. Have a great time calling the game.
All right, so we're at Rocky River High School in Charlotte, North Carolina for today's 2 p.m. 2A National Bowl game, the North Florida Warriors versus the Upper Marlboro Stallions. And as we said in the pregame, it's got a long way to go to meet up with what we had yesterday, and we're hoping that it fits right in there with it because we had 3 really good games, really fun games. And, the fun thing is that all the games, there was not a slow start in the bunch. So, we're sitting here for the coin toss. I'm sure we'll have the coin toss and then the national anthem. But if it holds true, get ready for a long touchdown pass in one of these 2 drives to start the game. Coins in the air. Upper Marlboro has deferred. So we're going to get to see Florida with the football first today. So we'll get a look at the Warrior offense going against the Stallions defense. And we're about ready to start this 2A National Bowl game right here. 87 degrees in Charlotte, North Carolina. So I got some bad news for guys. If they didn't hydrate, it's going to be rough. And if you're wearing stuff covering all of your body like that, it's going to be even rougher. So getting ready for the kickoff. We'll see who Florida runs out there to return this. We have yet to have a kickoff return for a touchdown this weekend, nor have we had a punt return for a touchdown. We've had 2 block punts, had a slew of interceptions. We had a fumble return to 100 yards that didn't count. We have technically had a fumble return for a touchdown, even though it was fumbled in the end zone and recovered in the end zone. So, official stats would credit that with a 5-yard fumble return. So don't ask me why. It's just how it's done. Should be interesting to see, the designation between 3A and 2A. But last night, the 3A teams put on a display in both games. The overtime game at 4 o'clock was fun to watch. It may not have been the greatest football game from an execution standpoint, but from an excitement standpoint, pretty fun game to watch. And then the track meet that took place, well, we say a 7 o'clock game. It started about 8:15 and it ended about 30 minutes ago. So, we have enjoyed this. It has been fun. This Sunshine Bowl has been exactly what it's meant to be. Some really good games, high caliber football. Looking forward to seeing what Sunday holds in store for us here in Charlotte, North Carolina. In case you just joined us, Upper Marlboro will be in gray. Florida's going to be in the light blue, Columbia blue, if you will. Ball will be spotted at the 35. We will play NFL rules. If they continue with what they had last night, then we will have a running clock through the first half. And if we do that, we will have all of that taken care of until overtime is a college overtime scenario. Clock operating rules is that the clock runs until the last minute of the first half and the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. So, there. Got number 20 right here. That's Kalani Williams getting ready to kick off for Upper Marlboro. That is not Kalani Williams. Incorrect. That's number 28. Chris Bacchino. And the kick is away, and it's going to be fielded at the 30-yard line, up to the 35, taking it back across the field. Going to be grabbed at the 39 and down at the 40. So Florida will scrimmage 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. So 1st and 10 right here for Florida. Number 4, Eric Reed. Looks to be the quarterback. He's going to take it. He's going to throw it down the field wide open, and it's caught and dropped. Pass was intended for number 3 right there, Kyrie Bowman. And I was just about to say I love it when a plan comes together because Bowman looked like he was going to go to the house with that, but he couldn't secure the catch, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. So 2nd and 10 right here. Inside give. Carry, nice cut in the hole right there. Ball is carried by number 28. That's Chris Bacchino. No, excuse me, incorrect. Number 28, Jordan Coley. Quarterback is number 4, Kenyatta Thompson. So we get our first time out of the game here with 13:50 to go in the first quarter. I didn't see who took that. I thought they said Upper Marlboro took it. So back here it's 3rd down and 5. There's the snap. Going to try to scramble out, and he will not get outside. He will be sacked right there by number 18. That's Tyler Jackson, outside linebacker. And that will bring up 4th down and 11 in a punting situation right here. So Florida will line up to punt right here. Snap is not great, but he gets it away, and that's a good punt, a really good punt. Fielded at the 15, going to bring it up to the 25, 30, 35, going to get to the 40, up to the 47-yard line. Punt returned by number 1, Daniel Mack.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, going to say goodbye and farewell. We'll see you at the start of the second game. We're working on rosters. That's what they've given us, so we're not giving you names, shout-outs. I apologize, and hopefully we'll get updated rosters. Thank you so much, and bye.
Just blame that on the play-by-play guy.
Yeah, man.
He was calling the wrong roster.
Well, were you? Is that what
That's
you're doing?
why I flipped it and said who the quarterback was. I was looking at the wrong thing.
Hey, buddy. I got to get that information to you. You're all right, man. Rocking and rolling, buddy. It's early on a Sunday. Back over to you, Craig. Have some fun.
All right, so we got 12:49 to go here in the first quarter. We're going to have our first penalty of the day. We got a block in the back right here on the return. So Upper Marlboro will take over like it's going to be so they called a block in the back on the punt team. So we're going to re-kick this. So this is interesting. So we're going to do this again. Better snap this time. Not as good of a kick. Will be fielded at the 24 and dropped, picked up. Races up the middle of the field, cuts it back outside at the 40. 45, going to turn the corner at the 50. Going to be tackled down at the 40-yard line right there. Nice job of coming back and making the tackle right there by number 5, Dominique Walker. So by making them re-kick it, they gained some yardage on that punt return, and Upper Marlboro will be here. Daniel Mack again on the return. So here comes the Stallions offense for the first time. Look like they're going to come out. Had trips to the left. Single receiver to the right-hand side. Back moves to the right-hand side of the quarterback. He's going to throw a little bubble screen out. It's caught. Nice move. Going to get back, try to get back out to the outside. Going to be down at the 35-yard line. I'll bring up 2nd down and 5. So solid first down play right there for the Stallions. Great field position provided to them by the Mack punt return. Got DeMonde Parton at quarterback, handing to number 13 right there, who spins for a yard, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 4. Ball's carried by Tavon Ray. So got a pretty good job right here by the Stallions, getting themselves into a 3rd and manageable look. Come out with 2 to the left, 2 to the right for Parton. Motion across to a trips look. Inside give, and just a nice job right there. Tackle made by number 17. That's Jermaine Jackson, the defensive tackle. And it's going to bring up 4th and 4. So far the biggest play we've had in this game is the punt return by Mack. And we're looking at our first 4th down conversion possibility of the game right here. That will be a timeout for Upper Marlboro.
while we have time, I'll just give a recap of yesterday's game. In the Sunshine Bowl game, I'll do it on the next time. Okay, remember that from yesterday, long day. I'll have that on the time.
So we're back with the 4th and 4 play right here. Partine takes the snap, drops, steps up in the pocket, trying to get away, and he will be sacked. Sack was made right there. Number 6, Paris Taylor Parker on the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs. So we've had a 3 and out and a turnover on downs to start this thing off. Both teams have used a timeout. Sitting there with 9:51 to go here in the first quarter. Still looking for our first points of this 2A National Bowl game. Still looking for our first down. So Florida comes back out. You got Thompson at quarterback. Thompson sitting there with trips to his right-hand side. There's the snap. Inside give. Nice run right here. And that's number 9 on the carry, Gerard Lewis. Gain of about 7 is going to bring up 2nd down and 3. And Lewis takes himself out of the game. Thompson in the game now, flanked to his right by Savion Gibson. And that's Gibson up the middle for a first down. So our first down of the game right here. So Gibson out. He'll be replaced by number 28. That's Jordan Coley. Back in the huddle here right now for Florida. Warriors have entered Stallion territory for the first time today. Thompson in the gun. Makes a little play fake, gonna throw the stopper out here. Nice job right there, getting up the field. That was Lee Graham on the reception. Going to be gain of 8, bring up 2nd and 2. Thompson to the line in the gun with Coley to his left. Going to hand it to Coley. He tries to jump inside and he gets nothing. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2. So our first real kind of sustained drive. I like right here, Florida's moving in and out of tempo. They'll be on the ball, then they'll come back and get into the huddle, making sure everybody knows exactly what they want to do on this critical 3rd down right here. Doubles look right here. Thompson's going to take it. He's going to throw the post, and there is no one there. Little miscommunication on the route right there. Ball was intended for number 0, Dominic Sampson. So 4th down right here. Big down right here for Upper Marlboro to get off the field. So far, been a pretty, looks more like a feeling out process early on in this game for these two teams. Although the first play of the game to Terrence Williams could quite possibly have been a touchdown. We get a false start right here, so that'll make it at 4th and 7. So you took yourself out? Oh, that'd be 4th and 8, excuse me. So 4th and 8 now. Got Thompson in the gun, Coley to his right. 2-by-2 formation for the Warriors. Thompson's going to drop. Looking for a place to go. Drops the ball, drops it again. He's going to get sacked. That'll end up being a turnover on downs right there. And after getting the first down of the game, Upper Marlboro's defense holds, and the Stallions will take over in great field position again right here with 5:51 to go in the first quarter. So we'll get a second look at the Stallions offense. First time they started off in a really nice little, bubble screen on first down, but then gained 1 more yard the rest of the way and then got sacked on 4th down to turn it over on down. So it'll be 1st and 10. Ball will be at the 45-yard line of the Warriors. More than halfway through this first quarter here at Rocky River High School in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's going to be a interesting afternoon here of football with this Sunshine Bowl. Inside give and tries to jump cut, and that is just nothing. The tackle was made by number 17. Again, that was Jermaine Jackson. And they're going to waive the penalty off. So Jackson gets the tackle for a loss. Loss of 3 on the play will bring up 2nd down and 13. Partine in the gun. Flips number 4, Eric Reed, to his left. Sends motion across. He'll drop. He's going to fire it quick, and it's going to be incomplete. Good throw right there. Pass was intended for number 3, Kyrie Bowman. And that'll make it 3rd down and 12 right here. So 3rd and 12 right here. Partine has trips to his right-hand side. Reed flanked to his right-hand side. He's going to take it, drop. He's going to flip it out, and that's going to be an incomplete pass, and it'll bring up 4th down and 12. Right there, Florida just brought a full blitz. They had 2 free rushers at the quarterback, and not much Partine could do with that except get it out of his hands. If he puts it on the running back, they may have a shot. I don't know if they'll get the 1st down, but because they brought everybody, and I mean everybody, So now the punt team is on for the Stallions. Chance to pin Florida deep in their own territory. So the punt team has made its way to the field right here. Good snap. Kick is away. It's going to end up being a really good kick. Picked up at the 14-yard line and returned out to the 17-yard line, and that's where Florida will take over 1st and 10 for their worst field position of the day. So 1st and 10, ball is at the 17-yard line. You'll have Thompson in at quarterback. Looks like they're going to keep Coley in the backfield. And so far, the only first down we've had in this game is courtesy of the Warriors offense last possession. So kind of had a slow offensive start to this game. Both defensive fronts doing a good job of keeping both quarterbacks corralled. So Thompson with Coley to his left, Trips to his right. And Thompson's going to try to keep it, and he's going to lose 2 right there. Tackled on the play by number 0, Brendan Ashby, the linebacker. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 12, ball back at the 15-yard line. And if I'm Florida right here, I might be taking the shot. See if I can get down the field right here. They had a chance early on in the game. So Thompson drops. He's going to throw the stop right out here. It's going to be caught. So it looks like we got a roughing the passer. So that penalty will create a 1st down, as the pass was complete for 3 yards. It was complete to number 1, Lee Graham again. So the ball is up now to the 33-yard line. So Trips to Thompson's right, single to his left.
Timeout, Stallions. Second for the half.
So I think he said timeout Stallions right there.
Okay, again, now I'm back with the recap for yesterday's game. In the Sunshine Bowl game, the Electric City Chargers came away with the win with a 30-20 over the Southwest Florida Predators.
So as we get ready for this 1st and 10 play, as both teams talk it up, you got your 2A National Bowl game right now between the North Florida Warriors and the Upper Marlboro Stallions. And then at 5 p.m. this afternoon, you have the 2A ANFT National Championship game between the Phoenix Outlaws and the Carolina Raiders. And both of those teams are in, the running for the best logos in this entire event. We sit right here, 0-0. Just over 2 minutes to go here in the 1st quarter of a scoreless game.
could have brought it into overtime, but they could not look it up.
And we've had 2 first downs in the game. There's the snap. There's the inside give. Tries to make a move. It'll be a 2-yard gain. Once again, tackle made by Ashby, number 0. So 2nd down and 8. Ball was carried right there by number 3, Terrence Williams. The tight end to the left of the formation now. Hands it off. Nice cut right there, but defense for Upper Marlboro is just stout up front. That was Williams again on the carry. Tackle was made by number 32. That's Khalil Abdul Malik, defensive tackle. No gain on the play. So now tight end trips to the right of Thompson. Thompson takes the low snap, drops. He's going to throw the route over at and it's intercepted. Pass is intercepted over there.
Well, we got a flag right at the 30-yard line.
It's a holding penalty on the Warriors, so that penalty will be declined. And what a great interception right there, which will flip the possession.
So the holding on the Warriors, so that's going to be declined. So that's going to be a big turnover for the Stallions.
So Upper Marlboro takes over again with great field position. There on the instant replay, you'll see just tight coverage, and he breaks on the football, meets it at the highest point. Just a nice interception right there.
And they need to get their drive up to 45-yard line.
I'm trying to see who that was. I'm thinking it's number 6, Marcus Turner, the DB. So now 1st and 10, ball is at the 40-yard line. Partine in the gun right here.
We're just under a minute left in the first quarter. 1st and 10 Stallions.
It's like Larry Gramhan in the backfield. Motion to trips. They're going to give it to Graham, and he's going to rip through the line. He's going to carry that thing to the 36. It'll bring up 2nd down and 1.
One of the Warriors defenders got always near the 35-yard line. He dropped at the 36. It'll be 2nd and 1.
So 2nd and 1. Partine in the backfield. Gramhan to his right, bunch set to his left. And this is going to be quarterback sweep, and it's going to be a 1st down. And Upper Marlboro will get their first down of the game down to the 30-yard line. And that play will take us to the end of the first quarter here at Rocky River High School in Charlotte, North Carolina, with your score, the Florida Warriors nothing, the Upper Marlboro Stallions nothing. And what has been a defensive struggle, to say the least, so far. It has been – the running game has been tough to come by, although the last 2 plays for Upper Marlboro have been pretty good in the run game. So far, nobody's been able to hit the big play
They almost had that at the very first play.
First play of the game.
It was, and we even, we're hoping that we're going to try to go back to that play again.
They will.
Yeah, based on that part. So based on your mathematician brain power, what do you think the total yardage is combined for both of them?
Combined.
It
is.
What you think?
I'm going to say the total yardage combined is less than 50 yards.
Yeah, you would be right. And there's our first quarter stats, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go. I was going to say less than 40 yards, and I was like,
just trying to be nice.
No,
yeah.
I'm not going to be mean because I've been there before.
We have. But, the nice thing you're looking at, other than the one turnover, it was a great interception.
It was. He did a good job, kept the inside, leveraging his coverage, and then just, attacked the football. But this is the third time that Upper Marlboro has had the ball in Warrior territory, and they have done nothing with it until just now. I mean, they get their first down of the game. So
we're going to see if they can get inside the orange zone and get things started and get some points on the score. Greg, take it over, second quarter of action.
So Upper Marlboro starts the ball here in the second quarter at the Warrior 30-yard line. And, sometimes we talked about it a little bit yesterday, and it didn't prove at any point in time. Some of these teams hadn't played in 3 or 4 weeks. So, most of the time the offense is a little bit behind the defense. Yesterday that was not the case. Everybody was running up and down the field, but maybe, just maybe, we've gotten to the point where everybody's gotten their legs up underneath them and their game speed has adjusted, so we're going to start to see some fireworks now. So we got Partine with Gramham to his left. Doubles look for Upper Marlboro. Motion across into a bunch set. Partine takes the snap. He steps up in the pocket. He's going to fire it down the field, and it is knocked away. What an outstanding play right there by number 1, Lee Graham. So now I'm wondering if Lee Graham is a defensive player and Antoine Dern is the guy that's been catching the passes. I'll have to just see if I can figure out the difference. But that brings up second down and 10. Pass was intended, looked like on the play, for Bowman. And if I get the numbers wrong, these red numbers are a little bit tough to read right now. Partine in the gun, bunch to his left. There's the hand off to Granham, and he is up for about 4 right there, maybe 3, make it third down and 7. So 3rd and 7, and if you're Marlboro, you can play this a couple of ways. You can try to run this thing again and give yourself a chance for a 4th and short. Or you can go at it and attack the end zone right here. See if you catch the Warrior defense sitting on the sticks. So 3rd and 7. Trips to the right of Partine. He'll drop. He's going to throw it in the middle. It's going to be caught for a first down. And he breaks free down to the 16-yard line. Pass complete to number 2. That is DeMichael Mack. Mack takes it down to the 16. First down and 10. And our first trip into the orange zone today for either team comes from the Stallions offense on a nice 3rd down conversion. So we have an official's timeout. So now you got Partine in the gun right here with Reed to his right, 2 to his left, 2 to his right receivers. And there's going to be inside give. Nice cut in the hole right there by Reed, and he's going to take it down. So we're going to give him a gain of about 5 on that. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 5. Nice job by Reed right there. He avoided the tackle for a loss in the backfield. Did a really nice job of pushing that thing up to the 12-yard line. So 2nd down and 5 right here. They obviously decided to mark Mack down at the 17. And as we go on through this afternoon, we're going to get to see the conditioning level of both teams, because if it was 87 when this game started at 2, I don't want to know what it's going to feel like when we get to halftime. There's the give again. He's going to work it down to about the 8-yard line. So it should bring up 3rd down and 1. That was Reed again on the carry over the left tackle. So it's going to be 3rd and short right here for Upper Marlboro. Not in any real hurry to get the play off. Reed in the backfield. Also with Kalani Williams. And we get a timeout for the Warriors.
I'm sorry, timeout. Stallions. So that'll be the final timeout for the class.
So was it timeout Warriors or timeout Stallions? Because he pointed at the Warriors defense. And then he changed it and said, we're going to go with what he said. Final timeout of the half for the Stallions. We'll give the Warriors back their timeout. June 2025 in Richmond, Virginia. You got an all-star game. That sounds like that's going to be fun. Bo, you got any more information on that from the Coastal Football Alliance?
That was the best I could do.
Looks pretty cool, though. So are they going to take those 2 squads and then play an all-star group? Because if so, that sounds pretty interesting. So back here at Rocky River High School, it is 3rd down and 1, and it appears as though we're going to have a straight T backfield right here. Now we got a wishbone backfield. And it's going to be quarterback sneak, and it's going to be a 1st down. So 1st and goal now for the Stallions. Ball inside or at the 5-yard line. And our first real scoring opportunity of the day comes here. And, you know, when you're looking at this right now, the way Upper Marlboro has played up front on defense, you know, getting the first points of the game is going to be a big deal. They go to the wishbone right here. 2 receivers, Partine under center. This almost makes me wonder if they're fixing to run toss sweep. Nope, just straight blast. And no, sir. Not anything right there. Reed gets tackled in the backfield. And that tackle was made, looked like by number 23 right there, Devontae Reddick. So 2nd and goal now. Ball back at the 6 after that 1-yard loss. Still in the wishbone or a power eye look right here. So now they're in the wishbone. Martine takes the snap. There's the toss. Going to try to bring it back around the outside, and he's going to be dropped for a 4-yard loss. That ball was carried right there by number 13, Tavon Ray. And Upper Marlboro is going to have to go back to a spread look right here because the Warriors just destroyed that full house backfield look. The best play they had out of it was the quarterback sneak on 3rd and less than 1. So that will be the last timeout of the first half. So the other timeout was taken by the Warriors. So the Warriors have 1 left. The Stallions have none left. And it didn't appear that they had enough people on the field. They had 10 people on the field, no running back. And it's 3rd and goal at the 10. So that's kind of one of those things where you got to have everybody on the field, kind of a crucial play. As you can see, the results from yesterday's Sunshine Bowl action. The Sunshine Bowl game, the Electric City Chargers 30. They beat the Predators by 10 points, 30-20. Southwest Florida had plenty of opportunities in the game, but the 4 turnovers killed them. The D.C. Woodland Tigers defeated the Fayetteville Commandos 26-20 in overtime in a great game. And then the nightcap. The Brooklyn Seminoles 42, the Southwest Florida Gladiators 40, in a football game that probably is going to require Rocky River High School to redo the turf on this field because of all the running up and down on it. Yesterday it was fun to watch. There was only 3 turnovers in the game. Unfortunately, one of them is probably the reason why Brooklyn won the game because there was a fumble inside the 5 that kept them from falling down early in the 3rd quarter and proved to be the margin of victory, which led to a 93-yard touchdown pass for Brooklyn. So 3rd and 10, Partine in the gun. He's going to drop. He's going to throw the fade stop, and it is incomplete. Going to bring up 4th and goal. See big number 17 right there. That's Jermaine Jackson checking out for the Warrior defense, and this has been a long drive. And are we kicking a field goal right here? This is what it looks like. Field goal unit on the field for Upper Marlboro. Okay. So Upper Marlboro lines up for a field goal. Here's the snap. The ball is down. The kick is up. And it is blocked and no good. So with 7:13 remaining, the score remains 0-0. And Florida will take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line. As we get a look at our drone angle from courtesy of Robert Reed. So Thompson will be back out. I don't know why they're moving the ball up to the 20-yard line. Yeah, it is from the spot from where the ball was kicked. So it'll be 1st and 10. They're going to mark it at the 20 right here. 7:13 to go in the half. And right now the Warriors offense needs to stay on the field a little bit to give their defense a chance to rest. There's the instant replay. There's, you can see from the left-hand side, number 20, that would be Dariante Davis with the block. So there's the snap. And I'm just telling you right now, number 8 in gray right there, that's Ty McCall, the defensive end, comes in and plays both, gets Thompson in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 3 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 13. And I'm trying to decide if this is, lackluster offense or just really good defense right here. So 2nd down and 13. Thompson in the gun, got doubles look. The ball's on the ground. And we are going to have the 2nd turnover of the game. And that ball was recovered right there by number 15, Quavante Willis, the linebacker, and they will take over 1st and 10 at the 14. So we get a turnover, and Upper Marlboro will begin in the orange zone, and this will be their 2nd attempt to score inside the orange zone. And right now, fellas, this football game is definitely being dominated by both defenses. So 1st and 10 right here. Ball is at the 14. And it'll be interesting to see how they try to attack this. Will they put the ball in the air? Or are they going to go back to the combination of Partine and Reed in the backfield? And that's exactly what we have. So Partine in the gun. Reed flanked to his right. Kind of a prowl look right there. They give it to Reed. He's trying to get to the edge. He'll gain a yard, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 9. So short gain on 1st down right here. Right now, Upper Marlboro is not getting anybody to the linebacker level of the Warrior defense, and they are just attacking the opening and making a tackle. It's going to require, a play fake and throwing something in behind those linebackers to hold them a little bit. Same look, doubles. We're going to motion across the trips. There's the inside give. And nothing again. No gain. It'll bring up 3rd down and 9. So you got 3rd and 9 right here. The ball is at the 13-yard line. And sooner or later, you're going to have to open it up a little bit if you are the Stallion offense, because right now you're not putting any stress on anybody on the Warrior defense. They're just lining up. They're basically just told you last play when you saw that motion, they carried the motion across, so they're in single high coverage, man underneath. Now they rotate it over. And it's the same play. Nice cut back right there by Reed, and he's going to turn the corner and score. So first points of the day come with 4:30 to go in the 2nd quarter. Just a really nice cut right there by Reed. Starts the play to the left, the same side as the motion. They rotated the secondary that time, brought the safety down, rolled the coverage on the backside back over the top. Reed starts left, cuts it back into the backside, B-gap, and wins the sprint to the corner of the end zone, and a 6-0 lead right here for the Upper Marlboro Stallions. So they're going to kick this extra point. So they just had an extra point blocked. So as we wait to get everybody lined up for this point after attempt, 6-0 here. Yeah, I was wondering, I thought the ball was supposed to be at the 15. Number 28. That'll be Chris McEnroe into kick. His last attempt was blocked. There's the snap. Ball is down. The kick is up. And the kick is no good. Just wide to the left right there. So we'll get our first points on the board courtesy of the turnover. Florida has turned it over twice. Scoring plays, or scoring drive summary right there. 3 plays, no first downs, 14 total yards. They ran it 3 times for 14 yards, did not attempt to pass. And the outcome of the drive is a touchdown, a failed PAT, and a 6-0 lead for the Stallions right here. And now we'll get a look at what the Florida offense will do. What will this Warriors offense do now? You know, now that they're down a point, are they going to open it up? They're going to try to attack down the field like they did early on in the game. But that was a big play right there. Getting in the end zone for Upper Marlboro because they deferred their option in the first half, so they get the ball to start the second half. So with 4:30 to go here in the second quarter, if they can hold off, they got a chance to, you know, come out of halftime after making some adjustments and take a 2-touchdown lead. And the way their defense is played right now, that might be, you know, a pretty insurmountable lead, to be honest. I think we're waiting on a football to start the proceedings here. So McEnroe will be back to kick. McEnroe drives it down the middle of the field, and it will go into the end zone for a touchback. So it'll be 1st and 10 right here for Florida, starting at their own 25-yard line. And it's about time for the Warriors offense to kick it into gear. So Thompson will be back out. At least we think Thompson will be back out. In danger right here of getting a delay of game penalty. So it will not be Thompson. It will be Savion Gibson to come in to play quarterback right here. You'll have Coley to his left.
Heading off number 28. And that was a loss.
That was a give to Coley. It'll be a loss of 1. It'll bring up 2nd down and 11. And I'm not certain, but I think they just played that play with 12 players. So 2nd and 11, ball is at the 24-yard line. Going to throw the little quick screen out here. Hello. And he will be dropped back at the 20-yard line. So it will be 3rd down and 15. Pass complete to number 3, Terrence Williams. And he decided to run it back inside on the pass from Gibson. And they're going to mark him down with a 3-yard loss. So it'll be 3rd down and 14. But once he decided to run back inside, the Stallion defense had retraced their steps. And that was when you start running back inside, you start running into bigger people. As you can see right there by the hit that Terrence Williams took right there. So now it'll be 3rd and 14, balls at the 21-yard line. And the body language for the Warriors is not really, really good. Gibson sends Williams in motion. He's going to throw the slant inside, and it's behind the receiver. Incomplete, and that will bring up 4th down. And the punt team will come on for the Warriors. There's the snap. Punt is away. It's a good punt. It's going to hit at the 44. It's going to be picked up at the 35. Tries to turn the corner. Going to get it all the way up to the 50, but it's coming back. So a really nice job right there by number 31, Austin Putzies, as he gets the punt away and drives it back. Then you get the penalty on the block, so it will flip the field in a good way for the Warrior defense right here. So that penalty marker is down at the 42-yard line, so it will take it to the 32. Where it will be 1st and 10. And if you're Upper Marlboro right here, all you want to do is run the football and take it to halftime. You got the lead. You get the ball coming out of halftime. There's no reason, and I mean no reason, to do anything putting the ball in any kind of danger right here. So the ball will actually be spotted at the 29-yard line. They're saying this is the 2-minute warning right here. So 2-minute warning here. Seems like it'll be a time for everybody to kind of get a quick drink of water. All right. And like I said, with 1 timeout left for Florida, you don't want to do anything that you get. I mean, you really don't want to do anything right now. The offensive numbers for both sides are not very impressive. And when I say not very impressive, they're not very good. But Upper Marlboro's defense has come up with the 2 turnovers. They've provided their offense with short fields. And right now, the longest drive we have this game is 35 yards. And that resulted in a missed field goal. So 2-minute warning is over right here with 1:52 to go in the first half. Be 1st and 10. Our team is going to be in the gun. It looks like there'll be an empty set with him. Florida's going to keep 6 in the box right here. It's quads to Parteen's right. And that's going to be a false start.
Yeah, we got a false start.
So 1st and 15 now after the penalty. You got 4 receivers to Parteen's right, single receiver to his left. Parteen's going to drop, and he is going to be sacked right there. Sack will be by number 21, Norris Winter. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 18. So with 1 timeout left, if you're the Warriors, you try to get these next 2 stops and then see if you can force them to punt and try to block the punt and steal a touchdown right here before the half. And if I'm Upper Marlboro, I am. Well, they're going to go back to the quads look again. And here comes the blitz. And that pass is caught. And that's for a 2-yard gain, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 16. As you can hear the sounds, they're telling everybody to go to the locker room. And it looks like that's going to be the last play of the first half right here at Rocky River High School in Charlotte, North Carolina. So we go to the half of this 2A National Bowl game. The Upper Marlboro Stallions 6, the North Florida Warriors nothing. We'll be right back with halftime stats for you and to recap the first half right after this.
right, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready for the second half of good old-fashioned 2A National Bowl game live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Got Craig Chapman on the call. Craig, first half overall view here. I mean, we're going to show a little bit of highlights here, see how good they are. One of the ones that I thought could have set up a really good score to begin with was right here. Pick it up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nice little punt return right there. A couple of moves this way and that. I mean, the hit the hit after this,
yes,
he was on a rope going after him.
Yeah, and I thought right here when I saw the block right there,
yep,
and I saw the kicker was left, I thought, okay, he's just gonna run down the sideline. No, didn't get a chance to get there.
No, he didn't get that opportunity.
Get smoked by number 15 right there.
Yep.
And I thought this was a touchdown. When I looked and saw this, I mean, this is just a great play right here. That's a great job of going up and knocking the ball away by Lee Graham. You know, you make a cut right here in the hole. That's an unblocked defender. Reed makes him miss, then slides back through. You know, I'll give both defenses credit. Running the football has been, a tough sledding today for both sides.
And you see that with the overall halftime stats. And the one thing that really comes into my mind, the team that's winning is the team that doesn't have any
turnovers.
Yeah.
And we talked about that in pregame, didn't we?
We did,
It
man.
almost seems like that kind of plays itself out every game.
It does. I mean, but I mean, defensively, when you look at this and say, okay, hey, keys of the game right now, what does North Florida, the Warriors, need to do to get themselves, because they're just a score away?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they're, this is the end, the game's over. They went into the halftime down 35 or anything. It's a 6-0 game. Now, they do have to kick off to the Stallions' offense and all that, but their defense has been really, really good. And they gave up the touchdown after a fumble that they took at the 14-yard line, where they gave up, 14 yards. So that was a scoring drive. The longest drive before that was 35 yards, and they blocked a field goal on that one. So when you look at this for North Florida, the biggest thing is they didn't get here by not scoring points. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So there's some guys in there. I thought that their body language looked awful at the end of the first half, like this was something that they're not used to this happening to them, and they didn't know how to, handle the situation.
Make those adjustments
we
on
can't,
that part.
Yeah,
right.
We couldn't run the ball. We had 8 yards passing. We're used to moving the ball up and down the field. They made a great play on the interception. They stripped the quarterback on a sack, or it was actually on a drop snap, actually. But, all that kind of happened in a really short period of time, and sometimes you just kind of lose your way. Halftime came at a great time for them.
Okay, what about the Stallions? What do they need to do to, stay status quo, but most importantly, what do you feel like they need to do offensively?
Offensively, to me, I think the worst thing they did in the first half was when they got in the wishbone. They just invited everybody to come play. They're going to have to figure out some way when they're lined up in their doubles or trip set, when they make an inside run fake to get a receiver behind the linebackers and in front of the safeties. Their linebackers for North Florida are downhill immediately. When they see the ball presented to a running back in a run setting, they are coming to play football. They're not waiting. They're not worrying about anything. You make a little play fake inside and throw a drag route behind the at an 8 to 10 yard area, you've got nobody left to make a tackle. I mean, it's just one of those things. You make a little inside token fake, run the inside trips guy across the field, and if he wins inside on the single coverage there, it may go to the house because, North Florida is such a fast flow defense. Also, if you've got a reverse, it would be the perfect team to run it against.
I definitely so on that part. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Looking at this, and this is the touchdown right here. Can they get a little bit more of this with this only touchdown of the game right here?
So they motion the trips and they rotate the safety. Look, but everybody gets pinned to the left. Reed makes a great cutback through the right side B gap, and then you get a good block downfield by a receiver, and, Reed uses his speed to get to that, right corner of the end zone. But that right there, and if you run that play in the middle of the field, that's a 20, 22, 23-yard gain. They just happen to run it at the 14-yard line, 13-yard line, and get in the end zone.
Right, and worked out for them in that direction. So definitely understand that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're so glad to have you here these past 2 days at Charlotte, the Rocky Ridge. Did I do that right? No, Rocky River High School. Glad to have them being able to open their doors to us at Rocky River, and everybody's done a great job across the board. I'm glad we were able to get 3 games in yesterday. 2 games will be played today. We got the 2A AFNT National Championship game this afternoon, and as my man Craig said, the best logos, they win.
Yeah, I agree. I
You
think
know, Phoenix
I think,
Outlaws,
I think the Outlaws logo is great.
Carolina Raiders,
And the Raiders logo is just it's just got something about it with that pulling the mask off the Raiders logo to reveal that skull, the one eye staring at you like, hey, just letting you know we're here.
Yeah.
We're not your everyday average Raiders.
No. And I can tell you this, North Florida, they're taking their time getting out on the that buddy, you've been watching that?
I am.
I'm like, come on, man. We got a game in an hour and a half. Let's stay on schedule.
North Florida probably is trying to figure out if they want to really do this.
Yeah. They had that look, man. They were sitting there going,
You got guys with shoulder pads off.
you know, from a temperature perspective, about 87, 85, give or take, right now.
I know one thing: if any of this stuff that's in our state,
makes it up there,
is headed to that northeast on that northeast trek to the Charlotte area, they better play fast because there are animals lining up 2 by 2 in McDonough, Georgia, right now.
Yeah, it hadn't stopped raining on that part. So I mean, we'll see. Looking up on just from a weather perspective of what we're looking like in Charlotte, especially going into the nighttime. Now, everything looks good and clean across the board. Looks like it's heading in a different direction. So, yeah. So, glad to have everybody with us here. He's going to give us our weatherman, Cedric Pugh, on the 87 degrees, Charlotte, North Carolina. On the turf itself, feels like melt your feet.
Yes, it will.
It would, definitely on that part.
Yeah, that's not one of those things, you know, back in the day, one of the first areas or first high schools I ever went to with turf was Laster High School in Marietta, Georgia. And we used to throw in a 7-on-7 tournament up there, and it was a 2-day tournament.
Yeah.
And got there one Saturday at about 8 o'clock in the morning and left at 5 o'clock that night.
Goodness.
And it was, you know, like you might guess, it was the 3rd week in July in the state of Georgia. Not a cloud in the sky, about 700 degrees. Had I had a pair of shoes that I had taken really good care of. They were my favorite turf shoes that I ever had. And when I was walking off the field after the last game, the bottom of my shoes had melted and the shoe fell apart. So,
you know, it's been one of those ones where I'm a flip-flop person myself, slides, and I got on some turf one time, and I was like, I need to rethink this. And speaking of that, June 2025, next summer, Richmond, Virginia, they're going to have an all-star matchup between the Lion Den and the Coastal Football Alliance. Don't have much more information other than this nice graphic. Dying to know the teams, and I know that they're still trying to get a location, but congratulations. It's always important when they can get together to kind of really show their talents off. We have so many different leagues out there in the United States for semi-pro, but also that next step into the next level if somebody wants to go play college or let alone try themselves out in the league that exists that my brain is fried on. That's not the NFL, do not say that. And
the UFL?
No, the UFL. Yeah, there we go. United Football League. Do you feel like it's going to make it or no?
I do.
Okay.
I think that they were smart. They're not trying to go head-to-head with the NFL.
Keeping it small, too.
And keep it to the point where it could serve a purpose. See, the NFL won't go after them if they don't go after the NFL. And kind of what the USFL did back in the day was they were a spring football league, and then
suddenly
they decided, hey, look, we're better than the NFL. And then it was like, no, you're not, and the league died. So if the UFL stays in the spring and it works the way it's working right now where you play a year in the UFL and there's a chance that the NFL teams can use it like a minor league system, you know, that thing's going to be successful. And the NFL, you know, will pump money into it if they're getting, you know, viable assets from it. That's just, I mean, that makes perfect sense.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hand it back over to Craig. Craig, take it away. That was Dorian stretching. You can tell he was trying to wake himself up and get ready. He's a gigantic bear here in Charlotte, North Carolina. You can hear his voice across that. That's awesome. All right, everybody take care. Get out of there. Enjoy yourselves. We're going to get ready for the second half of play. And I'll see you at the end of the quarter.
All right, so I think the referees renegotiated their contract for this event at halftime, which is why we're waiting, because it is going to be steamy out there for the rest of this afternoon. So right now, North Florida is going to kick off to Upper Marlboro. Upper Marlboro with the 6-0 lead, but there has really been no offense to speak of. Upper Marlboro has their lead off a 14-yard drive. They've got no turnovers, which is the reason why they're in the lead. They have been able to navigate the first half, no turnovers, and we're fixing to get a new kickoff team. We're going to kick off with 7. You need 4, Coach. And it tells me there's a lot of people sitting there on their sideline thinking about how hot it could possibly be. Now we got 10. So if you're Upper Marlboro right here, now's the time to kind of take control of this game. See if you can put some distance between you and North Florida. Still got 10 players on the field for North Florida. So waiting here for the kickoff as North Florida gets all their guys lined up. Number 31 right here for North Florida. And that's going to be Austin Putsey is going to kick this off.
In the second half, here we go.
And we're caught at the 12, at the 20. Splits it to the middle of the field, and he'll be taken down at about the 30-yard line. And that's where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Stallions offense to take place. So we have a player down right here. That is number 23, Devontae Reddick for North Florida. I'm wondering if he got kicked in the stomach when he made the tackle. So I know one thing, laying out there on that turf has got to be miserable. Reddick gets to the seated position. Yeah, this is going to be rough right here. Playing in the middle of the afternoon, you know, right in the heat of the day in the summer, that's not something that, you know, I would prescribe to do. It's one of those things where, you know, you got to have a hydration plan and a conditioning plan, and, you know, if you're not following one of those things, it is going to be rough. So, you know, you look at this thing right here, it's a 6-point game, but it feels like it's about a 3-touchdown game. But that's also, you know, it's one play. Somebody gets hit and the ball pops out. Someone catches it running, you know, to the end zone, and all of a sudden, you know, everybody on the sideline wearing a blue jersey is going to be right back engaged and involved in the game. That's why Upper Marlboro has to take advantage right now. So, start the second half. It's going to be 1st down and 10. Ball is at the 30-yard line. Partine in the gun. Doubles formation. There's the snap. There's the inside give. Sprinting up to the ball's out, and it is recovered by number 19 for North Florida, Randy Gibson, a backup quarterback. And it will switch possessions, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Northwest Florida, and that was probably one of the best running plays of the day. But a helmet on the football right there, ball rolls out, Gibson falls on it for the Warriors defense, and now, you know, short field for the Warriors, chance to, you know, tie this up or take the lead, and, you know, we'll see how this works out. And they changed quarterbacks at the end of the first half, and they're going to stick with the change that they made. So number 6 will be in the game. That's Savion Gibson. Gibson with number 9, Gerard Lewis, in the game to his right. And they're going to take a shot, and it's incomplete. Man, that could have been a touchdown right there. Pass intended for number 0, Dominic Sampson. And that could have very easily been a touchdown. So the second half has started off kind of slow, we might say. But the two biggest plays right there, North Florida gets the fumble on the first play from scrimmage and then almost hits Upper Marlboro for a touchdown right after that. So, you know, when you look at this, this has got a chance to, you know, flip in their favor real quick. So Gibson in the gun. There's the give to the outside, turning the corner. Cuts it at the 40, 35, cuts it back at the 30, dancing around, 25, 20, 15, starts, runs out of a tackle. Going to be taken down at the 11 or 12-yard line right here. Great run right there, the best offensive play of the half, or of the game. So number 9 right there, Gerard Lewis with the best run of the day for either side. Just pulls, you know, gets to the outside. North Florida has entered the orange zone. And we got a Stallion down on the ground right here. And this is going to be something that replays itself probably over and over again for the remainder of this half in this heat and humidity here in Charlotte, North Carolina. So first down and 10, ball is at the 11-yard line. And North Florida, the Warriors, sitting on the doorstep, getting ready to tie this thing up. But, you know, if Coach Prosser was here like we were together last night, he would tell you that most important thing is right here, you got to finish drives. And we've seen 2 drives inside the orange zone today. One ended in a blocked field goal. The other ended in a touchdown. So this is the Warriors' first trip right here. And they line it up. It looks like we're going to get a little single wing kind of action. Here comes the motion. And we're going to get a false start, so we'll bring up first and 15. So first and 15 now, the ball is back, so they marked them at the 12, so it'll be back at the 17. Clock is running. So Gibson in the gun. Here comes the jet motion across. Quarterback countering. Gibson gets it down to the 14. All right, so it'll bring up second down and 12. And that play was really close to being a touchdown. Good look from the drone camera that we have. Showed the hole open up, just closed fast. Good job by the Stallions defense getting off blocks right there. But, all right, so same formation, tight end to the right, a lemon back and a wing back. Here comes jet across. They fake the jet. They're going to throw the little corner out, and it is broken up. Oh, and then they're going to throw the penalty, and that will bring up first and goal at the 1-yard line. And that might end up being 2 penalties right there. So you might get offensive pass interference, and then you might get unsportsmanlike conduct for the DB throwing the flag. So this will be an interesting call. And I really don't know how that was offensive pass interference. That was an interesting call. And that's exactly what they're going to get. So you're going to get offensive pass interference, and then you're going to get, I think they threw him out of the game. I wish we would get a penalty call right here. So offensive pass interference against North Florida. And then they should go back half the distance. And they kicked him out of the game. So it'll go back. It went back 10, so it'll go back half the distance. Good grief. So you got the mark off on the first penalty, and then you get the mark off on the next penalty. And so it should be first down. And I think they ejected number 1, Daniel Mack, from the game. And so our first 2 minutes of the second half right here has been very interesting. So shouldn't, I think it's first down. So there's a little flare out. Runs over a tackler at the 10. Down to the 8. Gain of 3 will bring up second down and 7. All right, so they call it third down. So they guess they didn't think about the fact that the personal foul is an automatic first down. So the pass was completed to number 9 right there. That was Lewis. Lewis runs through a defender at the 10-yard line, just crushes him. All right, gets it down to the 9-yard line. It is third down and 7 now. Thompson back in the game at quarterback. He'll take the snap. He's going to escape the pressure to the left. He's going to cut it outside at the 6-yard line, and we got flags all over the place right here. I'm guessing this is face mask. So it'll be a face mask. Personal foul face mask, so that'll be a first and goal. And everything we were talking about coming out, you know, right there without, you know, winning the turnover battle and all that other stuff.
4-yard line.
So it's first down right here. First and goal at the 4. Gibson back in at quarterback, going back to this power set. And he's going to keep it. He's going to try to cut it up inside. And he is going to get nothing. It'll bring up second down and goal. Now, if you're going to line up and run that formation and bring that guy across in motion, you're going to have to eventually give it to him. You know, if it's always going to be to the right-hand side, then, you know, you've got them right here where you've got them outflanked over there. And they tries to run the counter. He makes Gibson does a great job of making everybody miss in the backfield. But it'll be third down and goal because he had to make 2 guys miss just to get back to the line of scrimmage. So third and goal. And this right here is one of those things like we have seen right at 6 minutes worth of play in the second half. We've seen a fumble. We've seen 3 guys leave the field injured. We've seen an ejection. I mean, just, you know, show up and watch. You're going to see something you might not have ever seen before in one of these games. Motion across. There's the give. Touchdown. If he doesn't, goodness gracious, what a play on the edge right there. What a play on the edge right there. I think that was number 6. Marcus Turner, the corner that just made a great touchdown-saving tackle. That should have been a touchdown. And now it's number 9 in at quarterback. That's Lewis in. It's fourth down and goal at the 1. I mean, that is about as textbook as you can do things right there by number 6. That is a beautiful play. And, I mean, that was the perfect call. They give it to the jet back, gave it to number 3. That was Terrence Williams. Looked like when he got outside, you know, he was thinking about cutting it back inside and looked like his foot just kind of got stuck. Timeout right here for the Stallions. So that'll be their first of the second half. You know, it'll be interesting to see what the call is right here. You know, to me, they've done such a good job of winning inside. But this right here, you know, to me would be line up and bring the jet motion across, fake the jet motion, throw the pop pass to the tight end. I mean, it's just, you know, they're so, you know, quick to react now on the run. They've seen it. You know, something like that might give you a chance for an easy score, you know, or you could just line up, get up under center and try to run quarterback sneak. I mean, that's one thing that, you know, they haven't done this today, and Upper Marlboro did it on a 3rd and short, got up underneath center, ran the quarterback sneak, and had some success on it. So, sitting here, you know, looking at where we're at, 8:15 to go in the third quarter. Or 8:15 to go in the third quarter. Got the same formation. They just flipped it this time to the left. Here comes the motion. There's the snap. He's going to run it in, and he gets nothing. He gets stuffed at the 1-yard line, and that will be a turnover on downs after all that. possession flips back over to the Stallion offense. And if the North Florida Warriors weren't demoralized before this, they're definitely demoralized now. That was right there a rough set of downs. You can see right here on the motion coming across, fakes the jet, draws outside, and right there the pulling guard, if they can get something on the linebacker, you know, it's an easy walk-in touchdown for Lewis, but the linebacker steps up underneath the block, makes the play on Lewis. Now, if you are North Florida, the ball is on the goal line, and you have done a great job today of getting penetration from your front. So, you know, now's the time to go get some points right here. And they just started the clock on a change of possession. I saw that. In the stadium, they did not start the clock. I was telling them to wind it. Motion to empty right here. And they're going to run quarterback sneak. And that is a safety. So, the one thing we really hadn't seen this weekend was a safety. Score 58 Network, home of the safety. So we get our safety. It's 6-2. So
if you had that in the boxes, please check that off. And
yes,
we're doing boxes right now.
Absolutely.
I definitely say, if you can't have a safety, you know, I mean, hey, it is that, bud.
Well, you're doing the safety dance right here, so
you can dance if you want to.
Man, I was sitting there. I saw him motion out, and I was like, "Why would you motion out?"
I even said to the crew, I was like, "We need to do a safety here."
And that's what,
just not lose the ball or anything like that. Goodness gracious!
I mean, motion out to empty and be under center where everybody knows they just had more people in there than they could block, and he got just smoked. So this has been like first play from scrimmage of the second half for Upper Marlboro, fumble. Second play from scrimmage, safety. Just one of those things. So you got your everyday average 6-2 baseball game in the Sunshine Bowl right here. So
8-10 left in the third quarter. We have the Stallions.
So Stallions getting ready to kick off on the free kick from the 20. And just as bad as North Florida felt after the last play, they feel a little bit better now. So looks like they've decided they're going to punt the ball right here. And the ball is punted away. Goodness gracious, I know why they punted it now. 35-40. This has a chance right here. 40. Cuts it back at the 35. Helmet ripped off. And that's got to be a penalty right there. What a great return right there by number 3. That's Terrence Williams. So now, I mean, this is crazy how quickly this game has turned. Like, one play, the fumble to start this second half. And now Northwest Florida is probably about 3 or 4 plays away from taking the lead. And you look right here, Williams, he's run 20 yards before anybody shows up. Either that's great blocking or people are just not running down the field. Then he has to run over his own guy, makes 4 people miss in about a 3-yard span, gets his helmet ripped off. So that should be 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line right here. So it'll be 1st and 10, ball will be at the 16-yard line. And, once again, Northwest Florida starts in the orange zone. So they crank the clock up. And they have decided that they got to run the clock. There's the inside give. And not much, maybe a yard. Yep, like I said, not much, didn't get anywhere. Might have even lost a yard. So Gibson's at quarterback again. Looks like Coley's to his left, trips to the right. Gibson drops. He's going to throw the fade to the left, and that pass is broken up right over there. That pass broken up by number 7. That's Lando Hamilton. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 10. So 3rd and 10 right here. Gibson in the gun, Coley to his right. Doubles look for the North Florida Warriors. It's almost a cover 3 look in the back right here. He's going to throw that underneath, and it is broken up. And I think that's the man again, number 7. That's Hamilton again. So it'll be 4th down now. So as tight as Hamilton is playing them over there, this is double move time, even if it is 4th down. See a sub right there to bring number 32 in. That's Khalil Abdul Malik, obviously coming in to rush the passer.
Timeout. Timeout Warriors.
So timeout for North Florida. All right. That's their first timeout of the second half, taken right here with 5:58 to go in the 3rd quarter. Kind of an important play right here. Neither offense has been particularly, outstanding, but, the team that has run the football the best has been East Marlboro. The problem they have is I think they've thrown it for 8 yards or something of that effect, maybe 5 yards. The problem they've got coming right now is that their defense has played the entire 3rd quarter. And I mean the entire 3rd quarter. Plus, they've had a secondary player ejected. So getting off the field and having their offense come back out and eat up some time and some yardage would be a good thing for them. But if you're North Florida, you got to wonder how many more opportunities like this are you going to get? I mean, you got handed the football a couple of times in prime scoring position, and you've come away with nothing as an offense. The only points you have were the safety your defense gave you. Gibson steps away. He's going to throw it. And it's caught. Number 4. Right there. That's Kenyatta. It's Kenyatta Thompson. He makes the catch in the end zone. And it is an 8-6 football game right here. So Gibson to Thompson. And Florida takes the lead And then you've got number 19, Randy Gibson, who recovered a fumble earlier in this half, coming on to hold for number 31, Austin Putsey. There's the snap. Kick is away, and it is good. So now it's 9-6. 9-6. Just a free rusher right there. Gibson makes him miss. And then steps up and throws a dart. And just a better job of fighting for the football right there. I mean, you look at number 4 right there, that's Thompson. He just goes out and gets it. So, drive summary, 4 plays. There were no first downs. 16 total yards. Okay, 1 rushing attempt for -1 yard, 1 pass completion for 17 yards. The outcome was a touchdown. The PAT was good, and a 9-6 lead. And if you had 9-6 on your scorecard at the end of the third quarter, then congratulations, because you might be about to cash. So now the key is everything has gone right for North Florida here in this third quarter. Their halftime body language, they didn't even, we were talking about how long it took them to come out from the locker room. And, whatever they did in the locker room obviously has paid off, because from not being able to draft enough people on the kickoff team to start the half, now they've lined up in a 6-4 formation. So Putsey getting ready to kick off. Gibson flips over to the other side. And it's kicked high and down the middle. It'll be taken at the 10-yard line. Up to the 20, 30. Gets tackled at the 40-yard line, and there is a flag down. Kickoff was returned by number 3, Kyrie Bowman.
There is a flag at the 40-yard line at the end of the return.
So it's going to be a holding penalty, so it'll take it back to the 30. So it'll be 1st and 10. Ball is at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10, ball is at the 30. Stallions now for the first time today trailing 9-6. Partine in the gun. They've gone back to that tight end look. So it'll bring up 1st and 5 after the illegal participation penalty or the legal substitution penalty on the defense. So they've started the clock back up. We're nearing 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Here's an inside give. That's going to be rushed for a first down. Nice run right there. Number 13. That's Tavon Ray on the carry. Stallions back on the football. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's a give again. And Ray just running. Going to be taken up to the 49-yard line where it'll bring up 2nd down and 3. And I like the plan. If I'm them, I stay with it. So 2nd and 3, ball's at the 49. Upper Marlboro huddles. Larry Gramhan is in the backfield now with Partine. There's the snap. Straight up the middle, and he run. That's fresh legs right there. That's another first down. And this is what I expected the second half to look like, and it very well may have if they hadn't fumbled on the opening play of the second half, because they fumbled on about a 10 to 12-yard gain. And now they have sprinted across midfield at the 42 of the Warriors. And they seem pretty content to just run the football. Granham in the pistol now, or maybe ace-backs. No, Partine's not going up under center. There's the straight downhill give, splits the secondary, and there you get the penalty. They're going to call a hold. So it'll be 1st and 20. So 1st and 20 after that holding penalty. Clock starts back up right here. Partine and Granham in the backfield. Tight end trips to the right-hand side of the formation for the Stallions. And they're going to keep handing it off. And he gains 3. That'll make it 2nd down and 17. Right now, Upper Marlboro is doing, they understand their defense has played a lot of football in this second half, so they're taking their time on offense right here. Worst case scenario for them is, in their minds, they have to punt this thing down inside the 15-10, and then they give themselves a chance for a turnover. Oh, quarterback keeps it right here. Running down the middle of the field at the 40, spins out of it. Going to be down to the 30, or, okay, going to be down to the 36. Wow, what a run right there by Partine. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 4. That's a 13-yard gain. And so now what looked pretty rough after that holding penalty looks a lot more manageable. This will probably be right here, the last play of the third quarter.
In the closing minute of the third quarter.
Partine in the gun, doubles look. There's the give. And that will be the end of the third quarter. And it's going to bring up 4th down and about 2 to start the fourth quarter. But as we move to the fourth quarter, we have a new score here at Rocky River High School. The North Florida Warriors 9, the Upper Marlboro Stallions 6, and in a strange, twist of fortunes, it looked like North Florida was ready to pack up the bags and go home at halftime, and they get a fumble, a safety, and then a 4th down and 10 touchdown pass, and they go from no points at halftime to 9 in the third quarter, and they lead the game 9-6. So if you're, sitting here, looking at here's the instant replay of the touchdown pass. Just steps up, avoids the free rusher, and just fires a strike that the receiver just wins the battle with the DB right here. So when you look at all of this, it hasn't been as offensively exciting as some of the other games, but we got a 3-point game going into the fourth quarter right here. And, right now we got a huge 4th and short to start the fourth quarter. The ball's at the 34. East Marlboro's got to get to the 32 for a first down. They just had it 2nd and 20, 2nd and 17. They get the scramble for 13 yards to make it 3rd and 4. They get a 2-yard run right there from Eric Reed to make it 4th and 2. And now, this right here, if you get a first down right here, you got a chance to go down here and, eat up 5 or 6 minutes in that, 30-yard area with the clock rules the way they are. And, you got a chance for this to be a lead for you and short time for the other team. So Partine and Reed in the gun. So we got tight end trips to the field, 4th and 2. There you go. Here comes the all-out blitz. And Partine's going to take it. He's going to try to stretch it. He's going to get the first down. And it will be a first down, and we're going to have a timeout because number 7 right there, Lando Hamilton, just got hit, and his helmet went one way, and he went the other way. As you can see, the third quarter stats, Upper Marlboro has 73 rushing yards, 16 passing yards, 89 total yards. The one turnover is what allowed North Florida to get back in the game. North Florida has 27 rush yards, 28 pass yards, 55 total yards, and 2 turnovers. So we're not exactly looking at a offensive explosion this afternoon in this game, but it's been an exciting game. And, it looks like it's going to have an exciting finish.
Let's keep it clean, guys. Let's keep it been a great ball game so far. Let's keep it clean, guys. Let's keep it clean.
So as we get this all sorted out, we took care of the injured player who was Lando Hamilton. The ball will be spotted at the 30-yard line, which will be a first down. And they have started the clock here, and now they stop the clock, and it is going to be a timeout for the Upper Marlboro Stallions right here, which leaves them with 1 left, and it'll be 1st and 10. And this is an impressive drive after making up for the holding penalty right there. You know, North Florida got to kind of figure out a way to stop the run game because they have not attacked them through the air. It has been all run game the entire. They haven't thrown a pass the entire second half. So it's going to be interesting to see, you know, what North Florida does. They have basically lined up in man coverage and are now bringing linebackers. They bring about 6 on every play. So we'll see if they start adding people to the box right here, even though it's going to be the only person they can really add is a safety and go to cover 0. But Stallions have used 2 timeouts in the second half. So Partine back, tight end trips to the left of him. Reed's going to sit to his right. Early stages of the 4th quarter. 1st down and 10, ball is at the 30-yard line. There comes the blitz. There goes a little pass out in the flat to the tight end. He'll catch it for right at 2 yards, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 8. That's not a bad call right there. You saw the pressure that's coming. So it's going to be, you know, one of those things. Can the Stallion offense finish this drive? They're now, you know, they've now taken the ball. You know, they started at their own 30. They're bringing it. They've gotten it inside the 30 of, you know, North Florida. This might be one of the best and longest drives of the day. Trying to hand it off to Reed. He makes a man miss in the hole. He squirts forward. They rip his helmet off. Don't think he gained anything right there. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 8. I don't know what they were doing in that, you know, last set of downs to get people running free down there, but anything going downhill has been much better for Upper Marlboro than anything that goes side to side. So 3rd down and 8 right here. Ball is at the 28. Had a running back, or that's Partine that just comes back in. It's like Granham is to his, or Gramhan is to his left. He's going to throw it. It's going to be caught, and it'll be right at the 30-yard line, and that will be a 1st down. So just a stop route, basically a route to the sticks, and that gives Upper Marlboro a 1st down on 3rd down and 8, and they keep the drive alive, and they keep the chains moving, and they keep the clock running in their favor. So now Graham hand in the backfield with Partain. Motion across. And I'm going to tell you right now, this dude right here is a load to tackle. Rips it down to the 15-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd down and 5. But he is no nonsense. When he gets the ball, he is north and south in a hurry. And this drive is exactly what Upper Marlboro's defense needed to get some time and rest on the sideline. And it is a draining drive. It has just been run after run after run. So I think Reed is back in the game at running back on 2nd down and 5. Motion across. Now they rotate the safety and they keep that guy sitting in the backside. Hand it off to the running back. He gains 1. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4. And if you're Upper Marlboro right here, you could conceivably run 5 more plays, maybe even 6, and score. And if you did that, there's a chance you could run it off to all the way down to right at 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Now, I'm sure they don't want to do that, considering they are trailing at the current time. So and one would really want to venture to ask the question, if they didn't get this, and they call a timeout. That's their last timeout. Like I said, it's their 2nd charge. Okay. Wow. So that gives them 1 left. And North Florida has 2. So, I mean, there's 10:20 to go. All right. In the game, you are now down to 1 timeout. You trail by 3. It's 3rd down and 4. The ball is at the 14-yard line. You've had a great drive to take this into the orange zone. You took up, I don't know, last 3 minutes of the 3rd quarter and the first 5 minutes of this quarter. Problem is that you haven't scored yet, and you've used 2 timeouts in the process. So you have given yourself the hour. You know, right now you have to score. This is almost to the point where it is a necessity for you to score a touchdown right here. You know, and I know that they have a field goal kicker. I know that they have attempted a field goal in this game. I'm not so sure that they would try it again right here. This might be another quarterback run. They have had the North Florida Warriors defense on the field for quite a long time in this drive. And the ball is ready for play. There comes, they're going to bring 6. And he throws it, and it is complete. So they moved the stick right here, so they don't know where the ball is spotted. All right, so they got it in the right spot. So it is 4th down and 4 right here. And they are going to bring on the field goal unit, and I don't know about this. But this will be number 28, Chris McEnroe. Snap rolls back there. Kick is blocked. And it's touched. And it was recovered in the field of play at the 5-yard line right here. And that's where the ball will be spotted. And that ball was recovered by number 7, Antoine Downs. And appeared that he was a little shaken up at the end of the play. There's 9:39 to go here in the fourth quarter. So I asked the question got answered. The ball should be spotted at the 5-yard line right here. We have a change in possession. North Florida Warriors take over. The ball is at the 5-yard line. So I have no idea what the discussion is. So 1st and 10 right here. Should be the ball at the 5-yard line. And if you're North Florida right here, you don't want to do anything that would allow you to turn the football over. All right. So it's 1st and 10. Ball is at the 5-yard line right here. Warriors on the field looking to salt away this 3-point lead with 9:39 to go here in the fourth quarter. There's the snap. There's the handoff. There's a 1-yard gain, maybe a 2-yard gain to bring up 2nd down and 8. Ball was carried by number 28 right there. That's Jordan Coley. Xavion Gibson still in the game at quarterback. And North Florida doing exactly what they should right here. Taking their nice, sweet time. And there's the give. And Gibson will be tackled at the 1. So now to bring up 3rd down and 14. Now, as offensively challenged as this game would be, and I know Bo can hear me in there, listen to this, and he can chime in anytime he wants to. You're up by 3 right here. If you're, North Florida, if you have to take the safety right here, you take the safety.
You do, hands down. I mean, realistically, it's very scary.
Yeah.
You don't want to give up a score, and you don't want to, right now you have the opportunity to hold serve.
Correct. You could give up the safety, then kick off and whatever.
Just don't out-punch your coverage this
exactly.
time. Please don't out-punch your coverage.
All right. There's the snap. There's Gibson. He throws it.
Flag.
And he caught it.
He did.
It's going to be a 1st down.
That's a great catch.
It's got to be a 1st down. I don't see how that can be a penalty on anybody other than a defender. Yeah, and if that right there, that's Antoine Downs on the reception. And it's defensive holding, so that'll be a 1st and 10. And that's a huge play. Just a huge play right there. After the sack, took it back to the 1 yard line, or the tackle on for a loss, took it back to the 1 yard line. So clock starts back up right here. There's a really good chance that Upper Marlboro doesn't see the ball again until under 5 minutes, maybe at 4.5 minutes.
Oh, definitely.
And that they only have one timeout in that. So Gibson in the gun. He's going to give it. He's going to keep it up the middle on a little, read look right there, and he's going to take it up and get a 1st down. And North Florida, who looked like they wanted to be anywhere other than on the field coming out of halftime, is right now getting ready to salt away this game, doing things that they haven't done all day. It's 3rd down and 14. The ball is inside your 1 yard line, and you rip an inside slant up the field for a 1st down. I mean, that wasn't the most, safe call in the history of football. Now you see that, Upper Marlboro has gone to man-to-man coverage, no safety in the middle of the field. There's Coley up the middle. He'll gain a couple to bring up 2nd down and 8. So right now they got what they want. I mean, they are in control of this game. The lead and the ball. And under 6 minutes to go. You kind of dictate the time right now. They don't have a timeout left. You stay in bounds. Keep the ball out of the air. Keep getting 1st downs. Number 9 to the right-hand side of Gibson is Gerard Lewis. Lewis has played a little quarterback in this game as well as Kenyatta Thompson. And there's the give, and they brought everybody. And that is a loss of 4, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 12. So 3rd down and 12. But like we said, Bo, even if they don't get this, Upper Marlboro may not touch it until 4 minutes, because it is 3rd and 12 right here, and we are under 5 minutes to go. And,
and sometimes, a lot of times, people want to see, that 42-40 game. This defensively wise
has been a really good game.
It has. It really has.
There's the snap. Gibson drops. Oh, my word. He flipped that out. Oh, my goodness. It's going to turn gold. I don't think he got the 1st down. They're going to stop the clock.
All right, we're going to let you watch this one, big man.
Yeah, this is
fun. Just take a deep breath and enjoy it. It's a little bit slower, so we could watch him say, hey, I knew this guy named Brett Favre and any other.
I mean, first of all,
2 people in his face.
He makes 2 unblocked defenders miss. Then he gives them the –
switches hands.
Oh, yeah, gives them a little option pitch out there.
Yeah, with his left hand.
Nicely done.
Yes.
And that actually should go as a rush.
Listen to you.
Because it's a lateral.
Teddy knows where you live, buddy. Relax, man.
I
know. I'm just messing with you.
So he pitches it out, and that's Lewis. So Lewis, let's see where he goes down. All right.
About the 42.
It should be right about outside the 40. So they got it marked about right. It should be 4th down. Should be 4th down and inside 1. Just in less than 1.
So, Coach, put on your coaching hat, not the announcing hat. Are you going for it?
I am.
Okay.
Yes, I'm going for it.
Okay. I'm punting it as deeply as possible.
And I'm going to tell you how I'm going for it.
All right.
I'm going to line up, and I'm going to have 2 tight ends and an I backfield. Okay? I'll have 2 tight ends, a wing, and an I backfield. And I'm going to get up there, and I'm going to say, down set, blue 88, blue 88. And when I say go, everybody's going to shift out. And we're going to get them to jump and make contact, and we're going to get the easiest first down in the history of mankind.
As a center, aren't we all? But as a center, that play scares me.
I know, because you're the one that's coaches diagramming plays and not taking the lives of their players.
Do you understand? Everybody's going to be rethinking things.
All right.
All right.
So here it is, 4th down, less than 1. I'm calling it. They jump off sides. So the Warriors called timeout. They tried to get him to jump off sides.
They did.
So there's 4:08 left. I was slow on the draw on that. So now here's the thing: if you're North Florida, why would you consider doing anything other than, what you've done this entire second half? Because that's the best you've looked the whole year. Why would you not, line up and stay out in the spread look and, run number 9 on one side and then have number 6 try to read it and split the middle of the field? Because don't get into one of them tight sets or anything like that, because as soon as you do that, you're going to bring all those people from Upper Marlboro to the party, and you saw what happened to you on the goal line.
Right. Definitely interesting. I mean, from a coach's perspective, I appreciate the timeout. Go ahead and give them a chance. If they wanted to jump, they could jump.
Yeah. Yep, that's one of those things that's, last year we called freeze play, and we had already gotten them to jump 3 or 4 times, and we called timeout to call freeze play.
Oh yeah.
And they knew we couldn't call another timeout, so they told their guys this won't be freeze play, and they jumped off sides again.
Yeah.
And there he is. He snaps it. He does not get the first down. They hold, and it will be a turnover on down. That play looked wrong.
It did.
Nobody was ready to go.
I know.
And he lost 2 yards.
I have such a hard time with 4th down and 1.
Being in the shotgun.
I know. But I understand where we are in the world and being able to see the holes and this and that. But goodness gracious. You called a timeout and you come out and this is the play that you drew up. Either that or something happened in the center quarterback exchange and shouldn't have snapped it when they did.
Yes.
Those are all things that go through my brain when I'm breaking this play down. All right, you take us home on the last one. I'll see you at the end of the game.
All right, we go. 4 minutes and 4 seconds left to go in the game. Upper Marlboro with 1 timeout left. The ball is sitting just inside the 40-yard line. North Florida's defense, especially their linebackers, has been really good. I don't know how much passing, Partine has had to do this year. They seem like they're a pretty run-focused team. But, this is going to be one of those times where this has to happen. You got to get this thing done. And now he's going to drop, and he's going to throw this thing out in the flat, and it's going to be caught. And he gains about 3, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 7. All right. Now they've picked up the pace a little bit. Partine with Reed to his right. Mack in the slot as number 3 to his left. There's a slant right down the middle of the field, and it's going to be caught, and that'll be a first down. Pass complete to number 3 at Kyrie Bowman. That's a first down. And this begs the question, where has this been all day? Trips to the left right here. Partine moves Reed to his right. They got the same play. Run Reed to the flare, run this just a little skinny post over there, and you get what you want. Wow. Now he's going to throw the out route, and he's going to throw it out of bounds, which is smart. Well, there were people diving all over the place. That looked like one of those old Like a scene out of the program right there. People just jumping everywhere. So when you look at this, you're not in a bad spot right here if you're Upper Marlboro. You got about 2:50 left to go in the game. You've thrown some passes. You can just stand up and throw the ball out quick right over there, get 3 or 4 yards. Now they're going to rock it down. But they're just bringing everybody. So if you split this, there's a very good chance you run to the end zone. And he threw it to no one. So without having any timeouts left, this is kind of, you got 2 downs right here to make this work. So 3rd down and 10. There's 2:45 to go in the game. Partine has trips to his left. Reed is flanked to his right. Flips Reed to his left. Going to take the snap, drop. He's going to throw it, and it's going to be caught, and it'll bring up 4th down and 2. Wow, what a throw right there. So 4th and 2. Ball is on the 17-yard line. There's 2 minutes, 43 seconds left to go. So North Florida calls their last timeout. So now they have none. Upper Marlboro has one. And if you look at this, it's kind of, hilarious to me. The throws that Partine has made on this drive, that first little throw to the skinny post was a great throw. Kind of begs the question, where has this been the whole game? Where was that on one of those drives down there where you had to settle for a field goal attempt? All right, you've had a 27-yard field goal that was missed or blocked. All right, and then you had a 31-yard field goal that was blocked. Also, you've missed your extra point, and you gave up a safety. So technically, this game could be a 7-6 game, and if you'd have made your field goals, it could be a 13-7 game. So you're still have a chance right here if you wanted to. The ball being where it is, you could kick the field goal again if you wanted to try that. I wouldn't. You could go for the tie, but I wouldn't do that. 4th and 2. They've been pretty good about running some plays that have created the opportunity for space. We've had the quarterback sweep. We had the stop route at the sticks on 3rd down and 8 last drive. I thought they should have went for it on 4th down the last drive. They opted for the field goal. So now bunch to the right. Partine in the gun. Single receiver up top. That should be a 5-yard hitch and throw it to him. They got him. And that should have been, they shouldn't have blown the whistle. That should have been just let it go. So that'll end up, that should be offsides. 1st and 10. And so you get the 5 yards, you get the 1st down. And so now you still have a chance to get a 1st down at the 2-yard line. You still have your timeout left. And if you look right there, that's the 5th penalty for 30 yards on the day for North Florida. So we've had 13 penalties in the game, which considering that, we're going close to 3 hours right here.
2:43 left, 9-6 Warriors.
All right, so Partine in the gun, takes the snap, drops,
Drops back and finally got it.
going to throw it. It's going to be caught.
And he got out of bounds right about the 9-yard line.
So they're going to mark that at the 8.
That was a gain of 3 yards.
So that'll be close to a 5-yard gain. But they're using the sideline really well. So it'll be 2nd down and 5. They don't have to be in any hurry right now because they're using the sideline to their advantage. So Trips to Partine's left. Reed is to his right. There's the snap. There's the give inside.
Very successful earlier in the game, but you feel like they made a big stop. Maybe a loss. They were lost 2 yards and back at
So
10. There's no game. So third down.
So the ball's at the 9. So it's 3rd and 7 right here after that. Oh, man, that was such a great idea and a great call. And we're at the 2-minute warning right here. So 4th and 7 now. And you can still kick the field goal from right here. Like, it's 4th and 7. The ball is at the 9-yard line. It's the 2-minute warning. This would be, to me, I would think this is field goal. Tie the game. Because the chances of you getting 7 yards right here in this condensed setting is going to be rough. And if you don't get it, then the game is over. I mean, the same way if you don't make the field goal, the game is over. But I don't think they're going to take the chance to kick this field goal. And this game is, it has been exciting from a defensive perspective. There hadn't been a whole lot of offensive explosion. So, but there's been some drama. There's been some key plays. And it'll be interesting to see what the Stallions coaching staff comes up with right here, because I am very curious as to how they attack this right now. Because to me right here, this has to be your best play. This is the play that from a passing game perspective, you have to have a play that I can run anywhere on the field that I can trust, or you have to have a specific play that you run in a specific situation. So, hey, right now, we know where we're at. We're going to run this because this is designed for this moment. And, it'll be interesting to see what this comes up with. Looks like we're going to get we got trips into the boundary right here, or trips to the left. They get them to jump. They got a free play. And it's out of bounds. That's a great job by the defender right there. Not giving up on the play because he pushes him out of bounds. He doesn't get his foot down. But it is offsides, so this should move it down. So it will no longer be 4th and 7. It's going to be 4th and 2. So 1:55 to go. It's 4th and maybe a little bit less than 2. Man, there's no, I would not be in the pistol right here. This screams quarterback run. Oh, you got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Oh, my word. So we're going to do this again. This will be the 3rd, 4th down that we've had. First 2 had penalties on it. Partine in the gun with Reed to his right, trips to his left. There's the snap. He drops. Pressure. He throws it. It's out of bounds. Incomplete. That'll be a turnover on downs. And the North Florida Warriors will take over on downs, and they will be the 2A National Bowl champion for today. So with 1:49 to go, 1 timeout left for you got 1 timeout left for the Stallions. And, you know, I wouldn't think that would be used right here, although it could be. But what, I mean, we've had 4 games in this tournament, and 4 games have gone down to the end. That's about what, I mean, that's what this is supposed to be about. So it looks like we're going to get a snap and a knee. So the clock will run. Depending on how, you know, depending on how the referee wants to play this, you know, they might make them snap it twice. But barring a disaster right here, the North Florida Warriors will be the 2A National Bowl Game champions, and they had to come from behind to do it. They 9-point third quarter takes care of that. The offensive numbers on both sides will not be pretty. The only numbers that matter are the numbers on the scoreboard. And 9 is greater than 6, a wise man once said. And so congratulations to North Florida on your National Bowl Game championship. But make sure you stay with us. We'll be back in about 25 minutes after this for the 2A AFNT National Championship game between the Phoenix Outlaws and the Carolina Raiders. And as far as I'm concerned, our player of the game today is, for Florida, number 6, Savion Gibson, who came in to lead the touchdown drive and put them in a position to win this game 9-6. So as the clock ticks away and you start to see the celebratory, you know, actions, I'm not going to lie to you, I thought North Florida was done at halftime. But that's it. That's the end of the game. North Florida Warriors 9, Upper Marlboro Stallions 6. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us. And I'll turn it over to Bo. I'm sure he's got us some full game stats.
We do, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get going with the final stats. You got to love when everything kind of, you're just waiting for the things to finish through, and you're like, you get caught up in watching everything. Everybody's shaking hands and going through that on that part.
Yeah, I'm so interested to see what these final stats read.
Oh, they're rough. But it shows it was a good game. You know, hands down defensively wise.
Yes.
You get to see those over.
So the Stallions ended up with 136 total yards. They had less turnovers. They had, 59 more rushing yards.
Yeah.
Finished with just 6 less passing yards, and they lose. They lose. And to be quite honest with you, they probably lost because they got a defensive stop inside the 1.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Great game. Great job, Craig.
Yes.
Appreciate you being a part of this.
Oh, man, it was fun.
Hang in with us. We got 30 more minutes, and we're going to be watching a national championship game. Everybody out there in this crazy world, thanks again. Score 58 Network, Rocky River High School, and the Spring Sunshine Bowl. Take care. We'll see you soon.
Live is the place to be for quality broadcast for you to see. They deliver prime coverage like Amazon. No matter what day of the week you see them on, you don't need to double check. The truth is clearer than air. Treat it like a viral video and share. There's no comparison, no equal to mention. You can see for yourself. Let it have your attention. From the beginning, you'll see what you would have hated to miss, and the recapable moments. So keep dropping the hits. Turn up the volume, grab your favorite seat, so sit back right now and enjoy what's on screen. 58 live in the building, best crew out there filming. 58 live in the building, best crew out there filming. 58 live is the best in the business. Check out our live cast, you could be a witness. Whether swing of the bat or a strikeout at home plate. No